welcome.
All of Attica and held political office in Athens. There were a series of elected offices, 9 of them, known as the Board of 9 Archons, 6 of them lawgivers, the Thesmothetai, 1 of them the commander of the army, the Polemarch, the other the chief priest, who was known as the king. It was a religious office, and the final one is the Archon, who gave his name to the year. The aristocrats held those offices as elected offices. They were elected by the full citizens of Attica, who met in assembly, a full assembly, an ecclesia, where we get the word ecclesiastical, and the ex-magistrates made up a council for life, an Areopagus, which the Romans very quickly identified as the equivalent of their Senate. Power was in the hands of these powerful families. Most voters were beholden to the aristocrats who held mortgages or held control of their land, and many of the poor Athenians fell desperately into debt slavery, that is, they put up themselves or members of their families as collateral. And for the longest time, Athens did not have to develop the kind of commercial crops, colonies overseas, as we saw in the Peloponnesus. In fact, in many ways, what Athens was a source of labor and resources for the growing powers, the economic powers of the Peloponnesian League, Corinth, Megara, Aegina.
Demokritos. Alexios. What have you brought?
I found the golden ratio. What do you know about Zeno's paradox? What do you know about the Pythagorean theorem? Algona, aye? Yeah.
I found the original golden ratio. A discovery that would change the course of existence.
The sides aren't perfectly even. It's a rectangle. You know.
At first, I didn't think I saw anything special about it. But the sides of this diagram aren't even. The side marked A is almost half of the side marked B. Almost, but not quite. A and B are to A as A is to B. So how can this theory be used? Used? It isn't used, only observed. It is the divine balance occurring naturally in the most measurably beautiful places in the world. It is everywhere. And no.
Sure.
Tell me about Zeno's paradox. Myself excluded. Zeno of Elea was the world's brightest philosopher, known for writing paradoxes that could stump anyone. His work was thought destroyed, but I happen to know the priest in Locris saved. Where am I going to find the Pythagorean theorem? It's all around you, of course. Deceptively simple but subtly mysterious. The equation was apparently etched in stone. I heard the tale it was lost in sunken ruins between 3 islands that form a triangle. I'll find these theorems for you. Come back as soon as you have one.
Oh, we still. Oh, no.
Part of the Athenian population was sold into slavery. Part of the produce was raw materials, export products like grain. And by 600 BC, Athens was on the point of a political social explosion that should have produced a tyrant. One such man tried to seize power in 632 BC in Thailand. He failed. The aristocrats wrote the laws down to satisfy public dissatisfaction with aristocratic rule. They called in a man called Draco who wrote the laws, and when he finished writing the laws, it was quite clear they favored the aristocrats. We use the term draconian, meaning a very, very harsh law code. And Draco was asked with the criminal code, why are all infractions punished by death? Draco's comment was apparently, well, everything deserves the death penalty, and when I get to the serious crimes, what else can I do? It's an apocryphal story, but it brings home that by 600 BC, unlike most Greek city-states that had developed new types of institutions in overseas colonies, Athens was in many ways a very conservative agrarian society dominated by a charmed group of families. And
here, var det selvfølgelig. Ja. It's just the turtles. Cheer! Ah! Okay, got it.
I should fall in battle, my brothers to fight by my side. Gather my horse and weapons. Tell my family how
another code book. Good.
What is that? Ja. Yes, yes, ja.